I don't know, man. For me, Pokemon as a series, I think like I remember downloading
Hmm.
like excuse me for being a pirate, but I remember downloading like the entire series up till season 10.
Yeah.
But something about it, I never really got to it. I think I wanted to preserve those memories that I had of the first two
Yeah.
seasons I watched, and maybe in my head I wanted that's all I wanted Pokemon to be about, right? So
Fair.
I remember like Pokemon in like blinding flashes. Like,
Hmm.
of course, I remember the first episode, Ash being late and all the starter Pokemon's gone, and he gets the Pikachu, and they fucking show a Ho-Oh in that. No,
Dude.
wait, is it a is it a
Oh, yeah,
no?
it's a ho.
Oh yeah, they show a fucking legendary right there, right? And the
Yeah.
Pokédex doesn't know what it is. Like the fuck, right? And then I remember them going on, meeting Misty, wrecking Misty's
Yeah.
bicycle, and then
Yeah.
Misty following them around. And it turns out they go to a gym where Misty's one of the sisters, something like that.
Yeah. So it was Misty's older sisters were the leaders, but like Misty
That
was
was the
in
water
line, like
gym, right?
in line to become Cerulean City Gym. Yeah.
Cerulean City. I think even in the game, Cerulean City gym is the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
gym that he.
no. So technically, Brock's gym is the first gym. Her gym is the second one. Even in the anime, her gym was the second one.
Okay,
So
is the second one. So I remember that
Brock's
episode.
is the first.
Then I remember like this episode where there are like giant Pokemon
Beautiful.
fighting each
Yeah.
other. I
Oh,
remember,
yeah, that episode, man. Like there was a
right,
giant Pikachu and giant Charizard or
right,
something,
right,
or
right.
Dragonite. Like there was a hint of a
Dude,
Dragonite
then
at
then
the
I
time.
remember an episode where there was a Dragonite and like it was just a silhouette, like there was a lighthouse
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah,
I don't know which that episode was. So I remember it
yeah.
in like flashes, and I remember him finding Charmander and then him
Oh,
evolving
dude,
into
that story is so nice.
obnoxious Charmeleon, and the
Yeah,
Charmeleon evolves
yeah,
into an obnoxious Charizard only because it
yeah,
wanted to catch that fossilized ancient
yeah,
Pokemon,
yeah.
Aerodactyl or something like that. And dude, can we really ever forget how annoying it was in a 30-minute cartoon to have 15 minutes taken up by Team Rocket? Like, what was that
Yeah.
structure? Like, it was so annoying because
No, but honestly, like as kids, we never realized it was
I know.
annoying, right? Like we
I
loved
think
it.
in
We loved
retrospect, like
it.
they
And
came in with their catchy song and like, yeah, and I'm me
yeah.
out, and he'd have that whole thing going on. So
Jesse James.
yeah,
Their
right.
whole
Like
like
he
to
had a
protect the
fucking
world
rose in his
from the
mouth.
devastation and some
Yeah.
foot all
Dude,
evil something.
मेरे
I
को
know.
वो
I
हिंदी में
yeah.
गाना भी नहीं है and मेरे को याद भी नहीं. I'm just glad I don't even remember it. Otherwise, I would have just broke into song. But do they
uh,
ever go into like the backstory of Jesse and James?
yeah, they've gone into the backstory of Jesse
They
and
do, right?
James.
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
Meowth's
yeah.
backstory. Like they show
Meowth's
him
backstory is
getting
fun.
touchy feely. Uh,
Yeah.
and I don't know why they can't just make Meowth do payday all day long. Like if money is what they're after, Meowth can do that for them. He'll say,
No, Meowth. Remember, Meowth couldn't like the this Meowth like wasn't able to learn Payday. Remember that
oh,
episode?
damn, that's
Yeah,
coming back. That's coming back. That's coming back. Fuck.
yeah. This
And,
Meowth wasn't able to
and at
do.
some point, they bump into a Jigglypuff who's obsessed with singing and drawing
Yeah,
mustaches on everybody's faces because it can't figure out
yeah,
that it's putting
yeah,
everyone to sleep. And and then just like these flashes are fun. Like it's
yeah.
great that you remember it in a structure and you have a sequence. But for me, I think the reason why I never really watched everything after season 2 was because I kind of like the flashes. Those flashes are nice. It's to
Yeah.
me,
I mean,
Pokemon's more about the
yeah.
game, like the Game Boy game
Fair
that I
enough.
played on the emulator. The cartoon
Yeah.
was just probably something that influenced us to the game. I don't know. Did you play the game first or?
So like yeah, so we remember we spoke about like like I said, I played the game first for sure.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you saw you were the kid at the party and
yeah,
you were like,
like
"Fuck!"
I
You were
saw I
5.
saw one of my friends like playing
Sheeples, can you believe it? He was 5 years old when he had his first exposure to Pokemon. Like that is something.
in the year 2000. But yeah, so I that was when I got exposed to what the whole Pokemon game was, and after that I got to know about the anime. But I don't know, like the anime. Fair enough. It's good that maybe it's better maybe that you didn't watch it because it does get repetitive to an extent. Though I love it, and I think I've sometimes have that urge to finish where I left off. out
Mm-hmm.
because I kind of committed like 14 seasons to it, so why not like a few more?
Yeah, right. Like a part of you just
And
wants closure.
but then there's like you said, like it's 60 to 80 episodes per season.
Too
So
much
so it
content.
becomes little more difficult to watch each and every one.
Yeah.
But like honestly, like the first few seasons, like the first 5 gens at least, or 4 gens rather, not the 5, 4 gens have been my absolute favorite to watch and play and learn about because they had some really cool stories. The recent ones I've heard are really good, and I might like just get into it again to look into what it is. But like from what I remember, and I think I completely agree about the whole Kanto and Johto storyline because it's like our childhood, so we remember it so well, and those flashes are so nice because like just going back to it and remembering like Ash waking up late and being late to like you
Yeah.
relate, right? Like, oh, my alarm didn't work and I'm just late to a very
But that was
important
the
event.
thing, right? Ash
It's
was
like,
made. Like, that was the beautiful part of the story was that Ash
and
was
yeah,
a
you're going
very
for an
ordinary
adventure.
kid. Was an extremely
Yeah,
ordinary kid in a
yeah,
very extraordinary world. Like
yeah. But his
relate to all that.
ordinariness got removed in all the movies. Like he was that extraordinary person in the movies. Just to
Dude,
put
what
it
was
out
your
there.
favorite movie?
So there have been like 20 plus movies from what I know. But like I've watched about I would say I've watched about 13 to 14 movies out of those 20. And I think what I don't know which I can choose as my favorite, though I love 3 of them for sure. Or rather, actually no, not even 3, 4 movies I love a lot. One is the first one, like Mewtwo Strikes Back, because of the whole like how much it hits home, right? If you remember, Ash becoming solidified as a stone like statue, and Pikachu crying, and then you crying because Pikachu's crying, and like, oh no, how can you do this? Ash might be dead, but then Pikachu's emotions and all the Pokemon's crying for Ash kind of brings him back to life because it's that emotion and love, and so it was so emotional. I'll cry again. I don't want Pikachu crying ever. But that has always been one of my favorites. The second movie, to be honest, is an amazing one. Like it's called Pokemon Movie 2000, The Power of One. It's all about like the legendary birds and Lugia and all that. Like it has Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres, and like Lugia being awakened, and it's a whole story about like how the world will end because of these three fighting. And Ash is the chosen, or the extra is the chosen one, is the extraordinary person who can stop this whole fighting and can bring Lugia under his control. And oh my god, is that movie amazing! Like genuinely, it's one of the best Pokemon
Dude,
movies
I
to
think
watch.
we should do like a movie run and just watch all the
Oh,
movies.
So like I will say, like not all of them are amazing.
Though, are
That
they still coming out with Pokemon movies?
yeah. There's one coming out this year, if I'm not wrong. Pokemon. So like that. I think it's a repeat though. They are making the first movie into a 3D animated movie. It didn't look that great in trailers though. Like just to put it out there, it just didn't like look nice.
Then,
So maybe
what
not.
was the whole Detective Pikachu movie thing?
Detective Pikachu was amazing, man. It's not related to Ash at all,
Okay.
but Detective Pikachu is a freaking great movie. Do you know like they made a movie on RCS and all that, all those people as well? It's called The Jewel of Life, and it
And I
has
have been missing out a
oh,
lot.
dude. Okay, so I'll recommend like and this is for all of you sheepers. If you all want to watch some good Pokemon movies, I'll recommend a few. One, like I said, Pokemon Movie 2000, The Power of One. Definitely check it out. Check out this movie called Pokemon Heroes, Latios and Latias. It's a really good movie. Uh, Check out Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. This thing like brings some new elements to Pokemon. Like it brings out this whole thing about aura and how Ash might be a reincarnation of this old character called Sir Aaron, who was like a knight and could
Oh,
use aura powers and all that stuff. And Ash might just be a reincarnation, so it's a really cool thing. And finally, watch Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life, which is basically this whole, you get to learn a lot about Dialga, Palkia, Arceus, and Giratina. Like it has some really cool stuff happening. So these are like 4 or 5 movies that I recommend you should watch. Others all maybe if you get the time you can check it out, but don't miss out on these.